following program contains coarse language and mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. In other words, y'all gonna hear some on this one.
Okay, so Fear's been bugging me forever to do cooking videos, so here it goes. Cooking or baking. So yeah, right now I'm gonna make an apple pecan raisin cake. So yeah, here it goes. So I'm cracking the eggs. Do I need to be gentle? And yes, I just throw everything in the sink and then I clean it up later.
Another one.
Do you? Alright. Those are the eggs. Here's my oil. And I like to try and minimize oil, so I'm actually going to substitute some applesauce. There's a seed in the applesauce. Awesome. We'll avoid that. I got my whisk. Alright, so we're going to whisk those babies in. I don't normally measure my vanilla because unless it's a recipe that the dry ingredients versus the wet ingredients have to be very, very precise, I just kind of go with it. Yeah, looks good. 3 cups. I always take away at least half a cup of sugar out of every recipe I make. And that means everything. I'm talking cakes, cookies, everything. And no one has ever missed it or ever complained. Ever. 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 Cinnamon, that's another thing. I don't measure. You measure cinnamon with your heart. There we go. How do I take this baby off? Now, of course, you don't want to go too crazy with the cinnamon because you don't want it to completely overpower what you're doing. However, I think I have a good understanding of what's okay and what's too much. Salt.
Finish him.
I'm tired of this box. Oh. We need a new box of salt. I may have wrecked this one. Might as well start cleaning up while I'm at it. Look at that. I am woman, hear me roar. Alright, so give this baby a good stir. So now we are going to simply add the dry to the wet, slowly of course. Mixing as we go. It's always nice when your bowl doesn't stay still on the floor, on the counter. You gotta kind of work with it. Work with the spin. So you can make a recipe like this with a big mixer, like a big stand-up mixer. I do have one. You use a hand mixer as well. However, I find when you make cakes, muffins, anything like that, it's best to hand mix just with a whisk. Work with the spin. Just makes it lighter, fluffier. But if you like that kind of texture to your muffins and cakes, then you can go right ahead. Work with the spin. Course, apples and raisins. One left on the counter. Oh no! Oh no! Reluctant. And then we are going to fold fruit and nuts. Chopped nuts, of course. Beautifully chopped earlier, if you saw previous video. You want to just fold until you think it's well mixed. Now, I never really follow recipes. I always add more fruit than what a recipe calls for usually. That's just how I am. I never really had any problems with it being too runny or too anything for that matter.
What are you making?
I'm making a pecan apple raisin cake.
Now, where can people find the recipe for what you're making?
If you subscribe to our Patreon, then you will find the recipe.
That's right. If you head over to patreon.com/fearandmdi, you'll be able to see all this goodness, and you'll be able to make this at your own house. All right, producer, out.
I was gonna get to that, by the way. It wasn't done yet.
Yeah.
Producing me from the other room.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this cake actually calls, it's made for 2 loaf pans. So we're gonna put half in this one and then half in the other. You could do maybe a 9x12. Oh no, I spilled some on the counter.
Surprise,
Okay,
motherfucker.
didn't happen. You didn't see it. What was I saying now? Oh, you could do a 9x12 pan if you really so desired, but I don't know. I wouldn't really recommend it, as I would think it would be doughy in the middle of such a large loaf cake type, because it's a dense cake, right? Especially since I put so much apples in it. All right. Quiet on the set. Try to make it as not messy and disaster looking as possible. It's really friggin' sticky, so it's not easy to get it in the pans rather than on you or the bowl. But there we go. All ready to go in the oven. Oh, I'm so sticky. I'm all messy. Oh. Anyway, we're gonna put these in the oven and we'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, they're ready to come out of the oven. They smell amazing. Alexa, stop! Damn that bitch.
All right.
Alright, they're cooled. They're ready for tasting.
Yes. This is going to be my favorite part of this new series.
You think?
Oh, get ready, boys. I'm going to get fat as hell. What is this again?
This is an apple cinnamon raisin pecan cake.
Sounds fancy.
It's a little... Sorry, it's hard to get out.
That's okay. Oh, man, it's still warm.
Well, yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Go in. Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Right?
Wow. And if these guys want to make it, where do they go?
If you want to find the recipe, or if you want to make it yourself, we will post the recipe on our Patreon. If you're not a member of our Patreon yet, then what are you doing?
Yeah, man. Head on over patreon.com/fearandmdi. You'll see right on the screen right now. As well, there will be links in the comment section below. This is awesome, MDI.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Can't wait for what?
More. You gonna do a snappy little sign off right now?
I don't know. I wasn't prepared for a snappy sign off.
Cook you later.